Hello everybody, welcome back to my living room. My name is Katie O. This is Moon Mama Musings. We have guest of honor Rocky here helping us out. Hopefully he doesn't decide he wants to scream right as we're doing the video. Right, bud? You're gonna be good and behaved? Okay. Welcome back to Moon Mama Musings. This is an peephole, astrology peephole for Monday, the 7th of June, 2021. Today is an interesting day. We have 7/6/21, right? 7/6/2021. 7th day, 6th month, the year is 2021. That breaks down to a 5, and we have 765. So what are we counting down to, guys? What is this countdown that's happening? Who knows? All right, what's going on? Today is actually kind of a busy day in astrology. This moon transit through Taurus is quite interesting. We have a waning crescent moon in the sign of Taurus. Now, waning crescent moons are often a sign for rest and a time for rest and restoration. A time where you take, and especially in this moon in Taurus, it's time to take your focus off of material things. Time to take your focus off of the external world and bring your gaze inward. Hone in on yourself. Hone in on your self-worth. Hone in on your self-respect. Hone in on everything that has to do with you. Give a little check-in with your ego. And do it and I mean the balanced ego, right? Not just the like macho man kind of ego we like to talk about, or that it gets a bad name for. Your sense of self, your way that you project yourself forward. Are you being authentic? Is what's inside of you truly being expressed on the exterior? And if you're not expressing what's true to you on the exterior, well, guess what? People are going to believe what you put out there. If you walk around with a sour face all the time, people are going to believe you're a bitch. If you walk around sunshine and rainbows, even though you're miserable inside, people are going to believe you're just fine. So take this time to realize that the wheel is going to turn, whether we like it or not, yeah? Whether we busy ourselves and try and do, or if we sit back, we can figure out which situations we have power in and which fucks to give, what ones we can actually influence, and what ones where it'll just be in vain if we put our energy towards them. If you can't affect a situation, then why bother? I like to twist the common saying of, what if you bring a horse to water, can you make it drink? Or what's the saying? Is it you can bring a horse to water, but you can't make it drink? Well, yeah, I mean, you can bring a horse to water and you can't make it drink. But like, if you know it's not gonna drink right off the bat, do you even bother bringing it to the water? Anyway, food for thought. Okay, so the theme of today is kind of accepting change as part of life, accepting that we can't really influence this turn of the wheel. We are that little kid on the playground that ran with it's like the circle with the, I can't even remember what its name is, but it's a circle with handlebars, and you like push it and you run around in a circle and it spins, yeah, and then you eventually jump on and it spins you around, right? This is like the kid that waits till the very last minute to jump on, yeah? Keeps on running as fast as he can until, like, he's not pushing anymore. Basically, the thing is pulling him. So I like to say that we always have a choice. We can make it easy on ourselves, jump on this crazy wheel of death and just let it turn, watch the world go by and feel a little nauseous for a little while, but it'll slow down. Or do you keep on running and eventually you can't keep up with it? It's going too fast for you, and it's going to drag you, and you're going to be cut and scraped and bruised, and it's not going to be a good time, right? South Park. Not going to have good time. All right, let's talk about the actual astrology. What's going on here? I'm going to talk today to you guys a little bit about what's going on with the sun and what's going on with the moon. So first, let's talk about the sun. First and foremost, the sun is currently in a square with Neptune in the sign of Pisces. So this is a time of extreme empathy. You're going to be feeling very, very sensitive. You're going to be feeling very intuitive. You're going to be feeling super connected to people and things. But there's a little bit of a warning sign on today is be very careful of escapism. Often people with heavy duty Neptune, Pisces kind of placements can struggle with addiction and substances and just generally numbing yourself to the things. And this could be, it doesn't necessarily have to be substance. It can be like throwing all of your energy into work to avoid the things that are making you feel uncomfortable, or drugs or alcohol, food, people. It could be anything that's sort of like, toxic kind of addictive ideas. In this super empathy, like you could be feeling very overwhelmed because you're feeling so empathetic and so intuitive. And you could be kind of going like, you know what, I just can't handle this. And you might do whatever it is that numbs you and escapes you from when things get a little hairy. So be careful for that. All right, now we have a bit of a soup happening. We have, all in the sign of Gemini, the Sun conjunct the North Node and Mercury, which are both retrograde. Okay, I'm going to talk about that first, but there's also something else that I'm going to add to the soup in a little bit. So, the Sun is in conjunction with the North Node and Mercury, and they are both retrograde. All of this happening in the sign of Gemini. Ugh. Sign of Gemini is very, it's got a dichotomy. It's dualistic. It's clever. It's quick-witted. It's smart. It's innovative. It's different. But it can be a little bit bipolar, right? So the Sun is all about our ego. It's about our sense of self. It's the way we present ourselves into the world. And this is a bit of an invasion of the body snatchers. Remember, a conjunction is a little bit the planet or asteroid or whatever in question will sort of put on the mask of these things. And this is really convoluted because the mask that it's putting on is not only the mask of I'm going towards my true north, but I'm also being super communicative about it. But they're both in retrograde, so they're putting on the mask of Gemini as well, which slows them down and everything. It's a very, very, very mucky soup, okay? So it's a very creative and expressive time, first of all, I want to point out. Yeah, you're gonna feel driven to integrate your goals, sort of how we think about them, and sort of how we present them to others, but in the most authentic way possible. It's again this as above, so below stuff is like, what is it about that inside about your destiny or about the place you're trying to get or about your goals that you have that you maybe are now communicating to yourself in a different way that's allowing you to present them forward to others in a different way. It's about transform. It's about the change within, making it a little bit more conducive to presenting it in a realistic, truthful way on the exterior. So I got noted here that your capabilities, potentials, and tasks with regards to our goals, destinies, and true north could cause a big shakeup in your life at this time. So this can be a huge upheaval, a big change, it's a change of tune about, it's a change of tune about the way you present yourself to the world with regards to your goals. But remember, we have Mercury retrograde energy in here, so I want you to remind you guys to think things through very carefully. Be very considerate, very, very not too hasty. Make sure that you take this energy with a real grounded sense. Remember, I'd like to note that during Mercury retrograde time, if you're dealing with tasks and people and situations that started before retrograde, this can still be a good time to make progress on them, but you have to measure 16 times and cut once, okay? Very, very slow, like you're really evaluating all of these situations if they were present before retrograde shadow even came. If this is new stuff that's presented itself in the last, 3 weeks, just be very, very, very careful how you feel about it because it could very well change come July. Okay, your opinions, your ideals, your way you see things that are new in your life in this retrograde period, you could feel very differently about them once Mercury stations direct and comes out of the shadow. All right, just a little warning sign. But it's super important through all of this that you just don't be too hard on yourself through anything, okay? Because the thing is that this whole soup is being trined by Saturn, which is nice because we have a great focus on overcoming challenges. But we do so by putting in place high standards for ourselves and setting ambitious goals. And that's why I said try not to be too hard on yourself. You're going to have a tendency with this Saturn in Aquarius to really look at things differently. And it's in retrograde too, remember? So this is a giant retrograde soup. It's what it is, guys. It's retrograde soup. This is not, it's crazy. So just don't be too hard on yourself through all of this. But there is definitely, like I said, the long and short of all of this is you're going to be very, very focused on overcoming the challenges that you've had in the past with regards to being authentic, with regards to moving forward in your life in a way that is truthful to you, the way you communicate to yourself and the way you communicate these truths to others, the way you're realistic about these things internally and how they therefore change the way that you present yourself on the exterior. There's this idea that, like when you work out things in yourself, when you heal things in yourself, you shine, you glow, you radiate this positive energy that you feel with yourself. When you love yourself, that love presents itself on your skin. It's like people talking about the pregnancy glow, right? A woman is creating a new life and like nurturing love within their body, and it puts a glow on their skin. You can see when somebody's feeling good about themselves. When somebody, whenever you're sitting in a room and somebody walks in and you can't help but turn and look at them. That feeling that you get where you're just drawn to somebody. That's what's happening right now, is we're having a glow up. We're for once in our lives truly understanding what it means for us to be who we are. And it's making us glow, and it's making people look at us differently, and it's turning heads. Rocky, give me 5 minutes, sweetheart. Okay, now, another very important one. Now let's talk about the moon. So first and foremost, we have the moon making a conjunction with Uranus in the sign of Taurus. So Uranus is the planet of unexpected changes, of sudden revelations, sudden growth, sudden, whoa, what is this? New, different, exciting. And this is all in the sign of Taurus, which is very motherly energy, right? Taurus is the mom. She's the immovable force that protects her children, right? It's a sign of stability. It's a very static sign. So this is unexpected changes when it comes to your feelings of stability. All right, so like we're doing this as above, but this is more energy that's feeding into this as above, so below. Rocky, we're changing our way that we push ourselves forward because we've changed the way that we speak to ourselves and the way that we see our own ego and the way that we see the truth of ourselves. And we're integrating it in a true subconscious way, right? The moon has been undergoing some major changes. But the biggest thing about this moon in conjunction with Uranus is you are going to be feeling the need for freedom. Whatever it is, it could be freedom from stifling situations in any Venusian energy, whether this is creativity, love, relationships, money, like any abundance, any of those things. Wherever you've been feeling stifled before, you are going to want to express your freedom. You're going to be running to the hills naked, through the hills naked. Like literally, you just want to be free. You want to be able to be fluid. You want to be able to move. You want to go completely against what Taurian energy is all about. Taurus is the hooves in the mud. You want the opposite. Uranus wants to change up this Taurus energy, right? It wants to flip it on its head. So the way you feel about family and emotions might be desiring freedom. You might be in a relationship, for example, and decide, you know what, maybe I want to see other people. You could be very set up in a home somewhere, and you could think, you know what, I want to go traveling. I don't want to be constantly in this place. You could have a job that sets you up at a desk all the time, like you're always working in an office, and you could finally be curious. You could be like, no, I want to work remote. I want to work from home. This could, and actually Taurian energy, this could very well be that you're going to be wanting to work from home or do things from home a lot more in this energy. But this can be a bit of a yo-yo vibe because it's something that's in constant flux, right? Uranus is in constant flux. It feels restless. You could feel detached from things. You could be feeling separated from things. And my dears, we could be experiencing massive mood swings. Lovelies. Mood swings. Yo-yo vibes. Furthermore, the sun is in a square with Saturn. Or sorry, the moon is in a square with Saturn. So you're going to maybe want to hide behind a mask of everything is great. I'm fine. It's that meme of the dog in the burning building going, this is fine. This is fine. The house is burning down around you and you're going, this is great. This is great. So there is this subconscious desire to hide your true self with Saturn squaring the moon. But unfortunately, everything else in the cards is pulling you away from these old patterns. Everything else in the astrology, from the moon in conjunction with Uranus, this is battling. The two energies are battling themselves. Saturn is an energy of structure, and remember, it's in retrograde, right? So this is patterns from the past. Yeah. It all comes together. Yeah. Saturn is structure. It's institution. It's like the little boxes, the rules, and Uranus turns things on its head. So your moon is very much being pulled in two different directions, where it wants to turn things on its head, but it also wants to stick to its old ways. And what's going to help you through this is by feeling more authentic on your exterior. Put it out there to the world. Be honest about who you are. Stop hiding your truths, my friends. If you get into whatever scenarios you're dealing with today, on the 7th of June, 2021, or you know what, even if you find this video and it's not this day, whenever you find this video and you're hearing these messages, get out of your comfort zone. Okay? You've got to get out of your comfort zone when it comes to your sense of self. You're like I said, you're going to have these like old karmic cycles that want to pull you back to the old ways that used to be comfortable for you, but you know that it doesn't work anymore. You've been doing this constant reevaluation of who you are. Stop it, Rocky. And it's coming into play now, okay? Head and the heart is still battling each other, all right? But we're still working it through. Just keep in mind, this, like I said, the waning crescent is not a time to, it's a time to restore. It's a time to rest and relax. And remember the nurturing Taurian energy, motherly energy. You want to mother yourself right now. So love yourself. All right, let's get a card from the Starseed Oracle for this day, the 7th of June, 2021. What do we need to know, team of teams? What do we need to know? Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. Horus is a messenger. Horus is symbolized by the hawk. It's often a messenger from the ethers, but it's all about protection, loyalty, safety, trust, okay? Let's read it from the book. Star Brothers. 2 minutes, Rocky. Give me a break. You're more protected than you can imagine. Safe to open the back of your heart. You're being called to be open to receiving a new level of support now from those in your life and from the benevolent beings you're connected with. Excuse me. Through ancestral patterning, current life traumas, and past life karmic expressions, many of us have become mistrustful and suspicious of loyalty. We have blocks when it comes to receiving support. We've learned that we need to go at life alone, but it's not safe to let our guard down and our heart open, that the world isn't a friendly place. The Star Brothers want you to have a new experience of life on Earth. They want you to feel deeply secure and safe, even if you're going through a difficult time. They want you to hang over your fears to them. They want you to hand over your fears to them, to see them as opportunities to let in more love. They're guiding you to stay open to receiving a greater level of support than you can ever imagine, both in this world and beyond. Rocky, stop it, please. Give me a fucking minute, dude. Sorry. To see them as opportunities to let in more love. They're guiding you to stay open to receiving a greater level of support than you can ever imagine, both in this world and beyond. To call in your team of loyal protectors and supporters, both physically and energetically. They want you to learn to soften through life's ups and downs and to learn to open your heart, especially when it wants most to harden. How can you open yourself up to receiving more support? So this is confirmation, my friends, is they're saying those old cycles that you have of not asking for help, of closing yourself down, of breaking off ties when you feel like they're getting too close to you, of putting this mask on that says, I'm great, everything is fine, while your house is burning down around you. Get rid of those old cycles. Be open to receiving things, because the world wants to give you, or the universe wants to give you gifts, and it's very important that you get in an energy of receiving so that you can get it. You're protected, you're supported, you're loved. Rest and relax today. Love yourself and know that you've got this support, but you have to be open to receive stuff, and we will have your back no matter what happens. All right, my dears, have yourself a lovely Monday. I'm so sorry for anything that you're going through, if I've made you feel a certain way. Thank you so much for being a beautiful human and lending your energy to this gorgeous circuit. I love you to the moon and the stars and the infinity and beyond, and I accept this, and I hope you do too, but if not, that's cool. I will see you again tomorrow here on YouTube for another Astro Sneak Peek for the 8th of June, 2021. That is a Tuesday. Have a good one. We will see you tomorrow.